Fast and Faithers, we're back again. This one is about the dark side of the fast food industry with Dr. Berg. Dr. Berg is on a roll. He's giving us some really great, amazing information on the foods that we eat. This channel is about fasting, yes, but at some point we're going to eat, and we got to know what kind of foods to eat and how to eat, and what kind of foods not to eat at all, to stay away from, to run the other way. Let's go, Dr. Berg.
The dark side of the fast food industry. There are all sorts of dirty little secrets that you need to know about. An average American consumes between 2 and 3 of those fast food meals every single week, which comes out to like 100.
The average American consumes 2 or 3 fast food meals every single week.
150 to 200 meals per year, totaling between $1,500 to $2,000 a year. Now, if we compare that to other countries, especially France, we spend 3 times as much on fast food than they do.
Dr. Berg, I'm not sure if I can agree with that. France, you know they eat a lot of French fries.
And you might have this idea that's like it's really cheap food, but you're not going to walk out of a fast food restaurant without at least paying $10 per person, which is pretty surprising when sometimes you go in there and you're choosing food from the dollar menu or the value meals. The perception is
Listen, yeah. I'm pretty sure everybody can relate. There was a point in my life when I was way younger and I used to work. When I tell you, I loved my favorite thing to eat was anything on the dollar menu because it was $1. And that's how they got me. I ate from the dollar menu every single day for years and years. No wonder I became overweight at some point. But man, a dollar menu.
you save a lot, but actually you're going to pay a lot. A good portion of the ingredients.
Everything that looks good and tastes good is not good for you. That's physically, spiritually, and psychologically.
In this food, which is subsidized by the government, aka your tax dollars,
Wow.
pay for a lot of these ingredients, especially all these grains that actually feed the animals and they actually are put into products which you end up buying at this fast food restaurant. And then you actually pay for your health problems that you're going to have to solve created by this type of food.
We buy any car. Why sell your car at WeBuyAnyCar.com? Because selling it yourself means
they're so convenient.
By the way, did you know cows are not supposed to eat grains? That's not what they're supposed to eat. It's not what they was designed to eat. Designed to eat grass. They feed them grains, GMO grains. So they get sick. And they give them antibiotics to prevent them from getting sick. That's the meat that we eat. Meat that's not supposed to be eaten grains. Meat that gets sick and is full with antibiotics. That's what they feed us at these wonderful restaurants. Fast food, which means we're going to get sick fast.
It's open 24 hours a day. In fact, when you drive up to one of these...
Boy, I remember when I drive through 24 hours. I'm sorry. Yeah, nah. Fast. You got to go fast.
Facilities, you don't even have to get out of the car. But not only that, you don't even have to drive to these places. You can order it from your home and have it...
Right. When I was growing up, we had to go to the place. Now you get all these companies to bring it to you. And we wonder why we're so obese, overweight, and full of sickness. Not only is poison readily available in all these places, but now they'll bring it to you for a small, tiny tip. Can you tip me to help kill you? For convenience. Do you mind me giving you a tip? Yeah. For what? But I'm so thankful that you're helping to kill me and make me sick fast. I appreciate it. Here's a tip.
Delivered. The speed at which they make this food is mind-blowing. And you can actually personalize the food. You can tell them how you want it cooked. You can take certain ingredients off of it. You can add certain things on there. However, there are so many tricks and things that they do to get you to eat more of this stuff. I mean, even the colors, yellow and red, aka McDonald's. The color yellow stimulates impulsivity. It also will increase serotonin and happiness.
Now, for those who remember, when I was a kid, one of the most magical, amazing places to ever go to was McDonald's. It was a privilege and like, whoa, McDonald's. And then you can go and play in the McDonald's play zone. Wow. We see all those kids that played in that zone are now addicted, overweight, and fat and sick because they was indoctrinated with those little balls that when you jump in the play zone, and the little slide you right into the grave. Mercy. By design? Coincidence? Somebody making a boatload of money. Money.
Because apparently it kind of gives you this perception of there's some really cool flavors involved. And then the color red stimulates the speed of eating. So you're going to actually want to eat faster. But the combination together will increase more appetite.
I have to confess. Any color makes me want to eat faster because I'm greedy. But I can see the connection.
A lot of this is designed for kids. Your kids have been advertised to so much, and if your child is demanding that you stop off at the fast food restaurant, chances are you might give in. And of course, when you go there, there's a playground, there are free toys. There's also a lot of tactics and tricks that they do to get more money from you. There's something called a loss leader, which basically they kind of might sell something at cost or even at a loss to then upsell you. A lot of times the loss leader is a small soda. And then if you supersize it, the profit goes way up by 80%.
Let's not even talk about when I was going to McDonald's for a supersized meal. Wow, you get that big old bucket. I don't even think the screen is big enough. That bucket of sugar, that bucket of liquid sugar about this high. Then the fries like this big right here. There's another bucket of oil and fries. It's really all oil. Oil. They've been frying since the year before when the McRibs came out and didn't make it and came back and whatever they did. Bucket of sugar, bucket of oil, and that's supersized that on the menu. Supersize the toxicity. Supersize the poison. But I couldn't wait to be supersized and sick. It's crazy when you think about it.
Because glucose syrup or high fructose corn syrup is so cheap. It's wild. The markup on these large sodas is 1,150%. That's the profit margin. Then you have other techniques like upsell techniques by asking someone, would you like fries with that? They found that you can actually increase the profits by 22% just by asking. Even the mobile apps, when people use them, will increase profits by 20%. Having a combo meal, like a complete meal, can increase the profits by 30% versus buying them individually. And also, if the cost of the meal involves the number 9, as in $1.99 or $2.99, they tested that as long as it has 9 in there, they can increase profits by 24%. Now, there are certain products with very, very high margins.
Think about it. You got a little bit of money, $5, let's say. Somebody's selling you something for $2. Somebody else got something for $1.99. 0.9999999. You're like, whoa, that's a bargain. Man, I'm going to save me some money. They still just $2. But one is $2 and one is $199.999.99. Psychology.
A lot of profitability. And of course, the high margin products really are the soft drinks, which is about 90%. The French fries are about 80% margins. But the products with the lowest margin would.
Hey, one thing I can't tell you, and I would never lie, that thing tastes good. But man, it's so bad for us. I mean, think about it. If it didn't taste good, we wouldn't eat it.
Which is the most overhead, is the beef, the animal meat. And so the margins on beef go down to 30%. With chicken, it's a little bit less. And cheese is very, very high. In fact, the cheese is like the biggest overhead, 40%. But not if they do cheese products, right? Or something that resembles cheese. You know, McDonald's is one of the largest buyers of beef in the U.S. The big problem with this beef at McDonald's and other places is this beef comes from factory farms. 70% of all the U.S. cattle is this type of farming. 80% of all the antibiotics go towards animals.
I told you all that antibiotics, this is why people, they build up an immunity to antibiotics from eating all the meat that they've been given antibiotics to.
Not humans. But McDonald's buys 1.7 billion pounds of beef every single year. Chick-fil-A processes their own chicken, like 4 million chickens per year. And the problem with the chickens is they don't have a lot of space to live. They literally have about 0.6 to 0.8 square feet of room.
I have to say this to my Christian believers. Chick-fil-A don't sell holy chickens. I know y'all think they holy. They still are just chickens that are not raised properly and are still bad for you. They're not holy chickens. Just want to let you know. Ain't no holy chickens in Chick-fil-A. They still kill you. Sorry.
Survive it. Putting them in a space of a half of a foot is literally insane and torture for these poor chickens. As far as the cattle goes, they are sometimes put in the feedlots, 4 to 6 months before they're slaughtered. In the feedlots, this is where they give them a lot of grains to fatten them up. There are basically 4 companies that own 80% of all the beef in the United States. And a few of these companies cross over. 2 of the biggest are Tyson Foods and JBS. They're both involved in chicken and beef. Then we get to the quality of ingredients in fast food. Let's first talk about this thing called high fructose corn syrup. Corn syrup is very unique, and it affects the body very differently than other types of sugar. In other words, it creates a lot of inflammation. And secondly, it doesn't have a satisfying effect. So you can drink a tremendous amount, like a supersized container, and not really feel filled up. The effects in the liver are similar to drinking alcohol as far as the toxicity levels go, and it's absorbed much quicker than other sugars as well. So you have high fructose corn syrup. There's a lot of corn oil, soy oil, seed oils involved in these foods. You have potatoes fried.
He said the same effects of drinking alcohol, and high fructose corn syrup is just about in everything in the supermarket. Might be in our water.
In this seed oil, which is very, very dangerous. And then you have the famous chicken nugget, okay?
We might be breathing high fructose corn syrup air. This stuff is crazy. They put it in everything.
What's in a chicken nugget? It's a mystery. Is there any chicken? Maybe. There's a lot of corn flour. There's corn starch. And then the chicken is fed corn. Basically, you're eating a lot of byproducts from corn when you...
Corn flour, corn starch from a chicken that just ate some corn. That's corny, but deadly.
Go to a fast food restaurant. Then you have all different types of sugars that are corn based, something called dextrose, corn syrup. But I didn't mention in a 32 ounce, there are 74 grams of sugar. That's 18.5 teaspoons of sugar in that one soda. You know, it takes
18.5 teaspoons of sugar in one. Did I say one soda? Wow.
7 pounds of corn to make 1 pound of beef. Then you have a lot of the fillers, thickeners, as in maltodextrin, modified cornstarch. You're basically eating something that is highly processed. It's highly inflammatory because it's a lot of omega-6 fatty acids. The deep frying involved, they don't just use that one time. Sometimes they use it for weeks, maybe 100 different times. So you have the animals that are fed with corn.
Wow.
You have corn in the breading. You have corn in the condiments and sauces. You have corn in all the soft drinks because it's high fructose corn syrup. So I hope that you're shifting your viewpoint on a fast food restaurant.
They should just call it Corn Donald's. Instead of McDonald's, it should be Corn Donald's with all this corn. What? The cash registers are probably made out of corn too. You're probably stepping on a corn floor and a corn counter. They should call it Corn Donald's. It's crazy. Why so much corn? Because corn is one of the vegetables that are almost completely GMO. It's really hard to find organic corn, even when it's labeled organic corn in America. They trying to kill us, man. They trying to kill us.
To go there all the time. I used to go there for the Lost Leaders when I was in college to save a little bit of money. I would get the 2 burgers for $1, and I did that for a long time. And no, I didn't.
He's not the only one. That dollar menu, man. Ooh, that stuff was working young. Got $3, $4, $5. You get your 4 burgers or even 2 burgers, fries, nuggets, and a soda. $5. Taxes $5.15. Can't imagine how many heart attacks, how many diseases, and how many dead people came from the, or suffered, or died, or sick now from the dollar menu. How would we ever know?
Not feel very good when I ate that food. And of course I justified. I said I'll eat healthy when I graduate, but that didn't happen. The truth is that you can find healthy foods at the grocery store and make them yourself. It might appear that you're saving a little bit of money and it's very convenient, and it might make you temporarily feel good because of all the chemicals and the MSG that gives it all this flavor. But in the long run, it comes with a price. I think the next step that you need to know is what to eat, okay, to turn things around. And for that, watch this video right here.
Thank you for watching, beloved. Don't forget, God said, I want you to prosper and be in good health. God bless you and be with you. Pay attention to what you eat. Pay attention to how you eat, when you eat. God loves you. Fasting and faith for health. Please subscribe, comment, and like. And let me know how you feel about these videos in the comment section. Let me know how you want this channel to be. And let me know if you too was a dollar menu warrior. I lived in a dollar menu. God bless you. Bye-bye.